Okay, so let's start laying down on our backs. It's the best place to start. So finding yourself a comfortable position laying on your back, where your spine can be nice and long and also comfortable. So find yourself in your first go. Just lay back and get comfortable, and then just stay completely still for a few moments and just double check if you need to move. And just have a little wriggle around if you feel like you can get any more comfortable. So arms about a foot away from your body with your palms facing up. Just allowing your fingers to curl naturally into your palms. Just scaling up the arms and into the shoulders, just letting the shoulders fall open. Scanning through the body, checking in on the muscles of the face, just to see how tense they are, so you need to relax. So if you find anywhere in your body that is tense, you want to relax, you can tighten all the muscles up in the area and then relax. You might want to do this 2 or 3 times. You can wiggle the area as well, depending on how it's feeling. So maybe just drawing an outline of your body on the ground. Just letting your body feel really nice and heavy. Checking in with your thoughts. So where's your head at? Where are your thoughts? Taking a little snapshot, just being aware. So we're not trying to change anything, just being aware, observing yourself. Start to deepen into the breath. So each inhale, just taking the breath a little bit deeper into the belly. Imagining that your stomach is like a little balloon. You want to inflate the stomach fully, and then move up into the ribs and then up into the chest. And then as we exhale, the chest comes down, the ribs move in, and then finally the belly comes to the spine. So you can use your pelvic floor muscle and also your tummy muscles to squeeze the last of the air out. So trying to stay focused on your breath. Just take 5 inhales and 5 exhales. See if you can get your inhales and exhales to be 6 seconds in length. Just being aware of the empty space in your feet, the empty space in your hands, and the empty space in your whole body, just feeling nice and light. 6-second inhale and 6-second exhale. Using your 5th exhale to just bring your knees into your chest. So take your time if you're still taking your breaths. Take your time with your inhales and exhales. And we'll just all meet together. So if you're still taking your breaths, stay connected to your own breathing practice. If you have your knees, you might want to start to experiment with some movement. So maybe just rocking side to side. Maybe drawing semicircles with your knees, maybe drawing full circles. Just being aware of the different points of your body that are in contact with the ground as you're drawing the circles. If you're taking full circles, then just make sure that you do the circles in both directions. Okay, so let's take a full body stretch. So on the inhale, stretching your fingers away from your toes. Big stretch. And then exhale, hug your knees into your chest. So 2 more times, inhale and stretch. Exhale, bring your knees in. 1 more time, inhale, big stretch. And exhale, knees into your chest. You'll be rocking side to side, just taking whatever movement your body needs. We're going to start to mobilize the spine straight away. So bring your feet down to the floor. With your feet at about hip distance, bring your hands alongside your body. So on the inhale, flatten your lower back into the ground, lifting the tailbone and vertebrae by vertebrae, lifting into a shoulder bridge. So keeping the weight in the shoulders, using the exhale to come straight back down. So thinking of lengthening your spine here, as well as mobilizing. So trying to get each of your vertebrae in contact with your mats. Trying to get your movement to match your inhale and your exhale. So staying connected to the 6-second inhales and 6-second exhales. Again, trying to keep the weight in the shoulders rather than the neck. Staying connected to your breath. If you'd like to start working into the shoulders, and start to lift the arms up above and over your head. Otherwise, just sticking to your normal shoulder bridges. Inhale up and exhale down. Do another 4 in your own time. So you've got the option to hold the last one. Otherwise, just resting down, bringing your feet together and knees wide. Otherwise, we're just going to hold for a couple of breaths. So really, really squeezing the glutes. Just checking that you can't see your knees poking out either side of your hips. So you want to keep squeezing the thighs as though you want them to touch. So they're not going to splay out to the side. Keep breathing. Keep pushing through the heels. You can lift your toes up if you want. Keep squeezing. And release. All the way down. Bring your knees into your chest. Have a few moments there. Just have a little stretch. We're going to move straight into a twist here. So bringing your arms into a capital T. If you haven't got much space, then bring your arms into a goalpost. So this kind of shape. Just so you can get your shoulders flat to the floor. Bring your legs into a tabletop position. Take a nice big breath in, and as you breathe out, drop your knees to the right. Keeping both your shoulders in contact with the ground. So if you need to make this a little bit lighter, move your knees closer to your hips. If you want a bit more, bring your knees closer to your elbows. Actively pressing the left shoulder down. Keep connected to your breath. So 6-second inhale, 6-second exhale. Using your next inhale to lift these up to center. And exhale to drop the knees to the other side. So again, both shoulders staying connected to the mat, being aware of the two sides of your bodies and any restrictions and limitations you may have on one side that's different to the other. So just working with what you've come to your mat with today. Staying connected to your breath, popping your eyes closed, just being aware of the sensations you can feel in your body. Inhaling into the belly and exhaling belly button to spine. One more breath. And let's inhale. Using the muscles in your tummy to lift up to center. Pop the left foot down. Just going to bring the right ankle onto the left knee and bring that knee to your chest. So again, just being aware of the sensations in the body. We're going to hold this for 4 to 5 breaths. So just being aware of tension elsewhere. So we're stretching the hip. Sometimes our jaws and our shoulders can tense up when we are doing a stretch that feels a bit intense. So just being aware of all the sensations you can feel in your body. Keep scanning through. Keep looking for areas that are tight. And feel nice and relaxed here. So releasing the grip on the knee. Bringing the right foot as though you're going to cross your legs. So bringing it underneath you, close to your butt, and see if you can grab hold of that foot with the left hand, and then bring the left knee in towards your chest. If this doesn't feel comfortable, then just bring that leg straight out on the floor. Otherwise, this is quite a nice kind of quad stretch. That's it. Quad and hip stretch here. Just being aware of the sensations, breathing into any discomfort, just reminding your body that you're completely in control. And let's release the grip, bringing the legs straight down on the mat and all 10 toes up towards the ceiling. So just giving a good compression for the hip flexor on the left leg here. Keeping both sides of your body in contact with the floor. So you can either stay here stretching, or if you want some more, we'll do a little bit of core work. So pointing all 10 toes, lift the right foot up off the ground, press your low back into the ground. So this might feel like enough for you here. Exhale, really squeeze your pelvic floor and really use your belly button to your spine to engage your core. As you next exhale, maybe lifting the head and shoulders up, or you can keep your head and shoulders planted. Hands behind your head, support your neck. Keeping your elbows wide, maybe swapping the legs. So bringing the knee in as you stretch the toe away from you. 10 swaps. Slow and low, harder, higher and quicker, easier. So it depends on what you want. Rest whenever you need to. I've lost count. Let's say another 3, 2, 1. Next time you get your right knee, just rest that right foot down on the floor, head and shoulders come down, and bring the left ankle onto the right knee, just taking that stretch from the other side. So again, being aware of the two sides of your body and how this side might feel different to the other side. Making sure that your neck is nice and long, shoulders are nice and open. Just being aware where you can feel the stretch. Feeling free to move as well. Don't feel like you ever have to just stay in the same place. Trying to stay connected to your breath. So 6-second inhale, 6-second exhale. Always coming back to your breath when your mind wanders. Okay, so we're just going to transition into the next stretch. Just deer. So bringing your foot as though you're going to cross your legs. With the other hand, so the right hand grabbing hold of the foot, if it feels okay. If you can't grab the foot, then that's fine. Just obviously that little extra bit of traction for your body just to increase that stretch. Maybe just popping your eyes closed and just bringing your awareness to where you can feel this stretch. Just imagining in your mind all the muscle fibers relaxing and releasing. So relax your jaw and the muscles of the face. And we'll inhale and exhale here. And we're just going to bring that left leg straight on the floor and all 10 toes up towards the ceiling. So just giving a nice compression for the hip flexor here. So you should have the right knee. So maybe pointing all 10 toes. Flatten your low back into the ground and maybe lifting the left foot up off the floor. So push through the ball of that foot. Take a big breath in, belly button to spine, really engage your core. Exhale, lifting the head, shoulders up towards the knee. Hand behind the head, support the neck. You can keep your head and shoulders planted on the ground if you want to. And we're just going to do 10 swaps. So you can add a twist if you want a bit more. So try and, if you're going for the twist, try and aim your shoulder, your knee, rather than your elbow. Keep breathing. Again, lower and slower, it's going to be more difficult. Higher and faster is going to be easier. Keep breathing. I've lost count. It's definitely more than 10. Just bring your knees into your chest. Good stuff. Just draw circles each direction with the knees. Cool. So bringing your fingertips just behind your knees. Bring your head and shoulders up towards your knees, making a nice C-shaped spine. Just going to rock the length of the spine. So rocking to the shoulders and to the hips. Just keep this momentum going. And rock all the way up. We're just coming into a little forward fold. So nice gentle forward fold. Knees bent, just folding over and bringing your chin to your chest. So stretch for the whole back of the body here. If your legs are feeling quite open, then you can bring your legs closer to straight, but you want to feel this in the back of your body as well. So stretching the back, bring your chin to your chest, and just close your eyes, just let your shoulders fall forwards. Just notice where you feel the stretch. And maybe just pedaling the knees now, so just pedaling one knee down and then the other. Just come over onto all fours. Going into a little kneeling section. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Inhale, drop your belly down, tailbone comes up. And exhale to round your spine. So again, breath to movement here. So as you inhale, start in your 6 seconds and exhale to finish. So really trying to match the breath and the movement together here. Each time you're coming into the movement, think of how you can maybe get more space or get a better stretch. So feel free to move your hands and your shoulders. If you want to stop and pause and wiggle, see what feels good. So you can carry on with the cats and cows if you want a little bit more. On your exhale, you can bring your right knee to your nose. So round your spine, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, bring your foot so it's going to come towards the back of your head. So exhale, slowing into nose, and inhale, kick it back. 5 of these in total, so 3 more if you're in the same count as me. Stay connected to your breath though. So one more time, exhale and inhale that. So you can either hold here, just using your strength, hold the leg where it is, or you can take the left hand up off the ground and grab hold of the foot. So really kick the foot into your hand. Look down at the floor to help you to balance. So kick, 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 kick. Just hold another inhale and exhale. And release. Bring the knee down to the ground. Inhale, let's twist open to the left. So stretching the back of the shoulder. Inhale, exhale. Reach as far around you as you can. Shoulder and ear come down onto the mat. Just make sure that your neck is nice and long. You're not all squished up. And again, move however you need to move to make this as comfortable as you can be. Trying to think of this as also a twist for the upper back. So it's a stretch for the shoulders, but also a nice twist. So thinking about all these things as you're taking the stretch. One more inhale and exhale. Next inhale, push into the ground with the right hand, twist. And exhale, left hand comes down, right hand comes up, inhale, twist. And exhale. Thread the needles, reach as far under as you can. Thinking of this as a twist for the upper back as well. So opening the chest to the side, checking in with your neck, making sure it's nice and long here. Just checking in with the whole body, seeing how you can make this feel more comfortable for yourself. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale, push into the ground and twist. And exhale, hands down to the mat. And let's come straight into those cat-cows. Inhale, belly comes down. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, so you can either just stay doing the cat-cows or exhale. Left knee comes to your forehead, so really crunch and squeeze. Inhale, little back bend. Exhale, 5 of these in total. Really engaging your core as you bring your knee under. Let's count again. Say number 2. So really trying to touch the back of your head with your foot. I always feel like my foot is like so close. I can see on the laptop from miles away. Okay, so option to just hold it here, or with the right hand, reach around, grab your foot from the inside and really push that foot into your hand. So as your foot is pushing into your hand, you're getting a great stretch for the front of the shoulders as well. Keep breathing. So have just 2 more breaths here. So keep looking at something still to help balance and release. So this time we're going to take full puppy dog. So bring your hands to about the distance of your yoga mat. First one is just bringing your forehead down. So it's kind of like a child's pose with your butt in the air. So just bringing your forehead down and see how that feels in your shoulders. So it's a nice opener for the front and it's also a bit of a compression for the back. If this feels okay and you want to go a little bit deeper, you can maybe try bringing your chin down. So this is quite an intense stretch for the neck. So if you have any neck issues, do be careful. You can bring your chin down, and if you want to go even deeper, maybe you can bring your chest down. So really, really work with your breath here. Try and push your shoulders down into the ground as well. So as you inhale, you'll feel yourself lift. As you exhale, you'll feel yourself deepen. Really, really feeling your breath here. When you want to come out, if you just kind of move yourself forward onto your forearms, just so you can get your chin up off the ground. Push yourself back with elegance and grace. And just sit back in an embryo child's pose. So knees together, arms alongside your body, and just rest your forehead down on the ground in front of you. Just allowing your shoulders to just kind of melt forwards there, just feeling nice and heavy. So whilst we're here, you're going to be able to feel the breath in the back of your body. So I'm just going to explain a little bit about backbends and how we use our breath. So as you breathe in, just feeling the breath in your spine and just notice how your inhales are creating space. So as you breathe in, the spine stretches and you create space between the vertebrae. So as we bend backwards, we inhale to create space and we exhale to increase the bend in our spine. So it's kind of using our breath to create space and then to take advantage of that space. So the inhale is the opening and the exhale is where we take advantage. So with this in mind, let's come up onto our knees. So if this isn't comfortable on your knees, feel free to sit any other way. Just take a little stretch for the sides whilst we're here. So inhale, reach the right arm up and exhale, bending over to the left. Inhale up, exhale the other side. Inhale, reach, so feeling your spine stretching as you breathe in, and exhaling. Advantage of the space. Inhale up, and exhale. So you can keep doing the side stretches unless you want to do some more bending. So if you'd like to take a little back bend, bringing the right hand just behind your foot. Inhale, lifting your hips up, pushing your hips forwards. Exhale, sweep the arms round, nice and low. Come to the other side and lift. Or you can do this at a side bend. Exhale, hips down, round, lift, and let's just hold here. So inhale, exhale. Maybe you can push your hips forward a little bit more. So nice and supported. Let's sweep round. Same on the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, stay. Inhale, feel the breath in your lungs. And exhale, maybe push a little bit further forward. And bring in your hips down towards your heels. And let's just come back into that child's pose. Just for a moment, just rock side to side, stretch out the backs. Okay, so let's bring the hands out in front of us. Let's try a striking cobra here. So kind of thinking of your puppy dog, we're going to bring your hands forwards and kind of bring yourself onto your forearms. Keep your chest low. Scoop yourself forwards and come into. Lovely, that's it. Yeah, amazing. Lift and lower. So using your breath here, Thinking of the breath creating space, and thinking of the top of your back is the first place that we wanted to get a bend. So inhale, just bringing the chest up, and exhale back down. So try not to take too much weight through your hands. Just 2 more of these. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. 1 more. Inhale up. Exhale, stay. Maybe lifting the hands up off the ground. So really squeeze your shoulder blades together. Unless you've just had your dinner, then maybe you don't want to do this. Okay, let's bring everything down. So bring your right arm out and down your shoulder. Left hand underneath the left arm. Bend the left knee. Rolling over towards the right, taking a stretch for the shoulder and for the hip. Keep breathing. Let's come back to center. Same stretch on the other side. So left arm comes up. Right hand back underneath the shoulder to support. Bend the right knee and step it behind the left. Keep breathing. 6 seconds in and 6 seconds out. Let's come back to center. Hands underneath the shoulders. So thinking about your breath, roll your shoulders back, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press the tops of the feet into the floor and engage your knees. Inhale and lift into a cobra. Exhale and nice and slowly lower yourself down. So really feel the spine lengthening, feeling the muscles working in the back of the body. Nice and slow. 2 more of these. Inhale it. And exhale back down. So 1 more. We're just going to hold this one. So inhale coming up. And hold it there. Exhale. So pulling your shoulders back and down. As you inhale, maybe pop your eyes closed and just feel the breath coming into your belly and up into your chest. Feel that space. Exhale. Maybe you can bend a bit deeper. Pull the shoulders back and down. Another breath. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe push a little bit deeper if it feels good. Obviously, if there's no room for movement, stay where you are or come out of it. And take a breath in and nice and slowly lowering down. So using your arms to support yourself, slowly, slowly coming back down, really feeling those muscles in the back of the body work. Just press to the knees, inhale, knees to get tipped, toes together, knees wide, child's pose. So nice stretch for the hips here as well. Maybe just rocking side to side there. Cool. So bring your knees together, tuck your toes, keep your chest on your thighs. You're just going to lift into a downward facing dog. So keeping your chest on your thighs, just start to lift your knees and push back. So to keep your back straight, you might want to keep a bend in your knees. So keeping the knees bent, and then from there, just gently pedaling into one leg and then the other. Just being aware of your spine. So we want the spine to be nice and straight. So if to get your legs straight, it means your back is kind of done this. And just practice bending the knees so you can get a nice straight back. Looking really great though. Maybe some nice downward dogs. Okay, so let's take some little baby steps towards the front of your mat. Bend your knees a lot as you get there and just rest in the back dog. So bring your weight into the toes. Hold on to your elbows, or you can interlace your fingers and just hold on to the back of your head. Just dangle there. So just feel this release for your whole back. Keep breathing and noticing how your breath will help you to stretch. Okay, so wherever your hands are, just release them. Inhale, bend your knees even more, and exhale, rolling up. So top of the body stays fluffy. Tuck the tailbone and vertebrae by vertebrae. Rolling up through the spine, shoulders back and down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands down to your heart center. So inhale, let's reach up again. So nice big stretch. Exhale, side bending to the left. Use the muscles in your tummy. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. So really tighten your core. Inhale up. Exhale, chest expansion. So that goalpost shape with the arms, and just bringing your elbows in towards your ribs and feel that stretch from the front shoulders. Inhale up. Exhale, interlacing your hands behind your back. Chest expansion. So press the fingertips into the backs of the hands, pull away from your body first. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, forward fold. So we're in a ragdoll with a chest expansion. So keep pressing your fingertips into the backs of your hands, maybe swaying side to side. When you're ready to come out of this, try not to let your hands pin. So we're just going to release, nice and slowly come back to ragdoll, or amongst the elbows. Big inhale here. Exhale, release the hands, rolling back up to stand. Stacking the tailbone, stacking the vertebrae, shoulders up and down last. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Keep your tummy muscles tight. Inhale up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, chest expansion. Inhale up. And exhale. We're going to take another chest expansion with an interlaced hand, this time with the unusual grip. So wherever your grip is naturally, walk it so the other index finger is on top. It'll feel a bit weird. Push away from your body first and inhale. Keep squeezing your fingertips to the backs of your hands. Leaning back, inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, forward fold, reaching up and over. Keep pressing your fingertips into the back of your hands. Keep breathing. Keep pulling your shoulders away from your ears as well. So getting ready to release the hands. Nice and slowly bring them back down alongside your feet. Inhale, extend your spine. So bringing your legs as close to straight as is comfortable. Engage your quads and exhale, forward fold. Just pedaling the legs there. Next inhale, coming for another halfway lift. So belly button forward to spine, engaging the muscles in the ribs. Exhale, let's step back to plank. Just going to hold plank for a few breaths. So every exhale, bringing the belly button into your spine. Imagine there's a P underneath each of your knuckles and underneath your fingertips. So you really want to squash that P. Really press your fingertips and your knuckles down. One more inhale. Exhale, knees, chin, chest, or all the way down, slow as you can, whichever option. Inhale, rolling the shoulders back, opening the chest, coming into Cobra. And tuck your toes, push your knees, let's come back into downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in here. Exhale, deepen into the posture. So maybe tailbone comes close to the ceiling, belly button comes to the spine, heels come close to the ground. So next inhale, the right leg is going to lift up into down dog splits. Exhale, the left heel deepens. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring that knee into your chest. Let's stay in your downward facing dog. So feel your tummy muscles starting to engage here. See if you can keep your knee attached to your chest. Exhale, roll forward into plank, hold it. Breathing. See if you can lift a bit higher. Inhale. And exhale, step between your hands. Good stuff. Pop that left knee down. So imagine you're squeezing the thighs towards one another. Inhale, reaching up to crescent moon. So feeling the stretch in the hips here. Make sure that both your hips are in alignment with the front of the mat. So maybe using your hands just to find your alignment. Reaching up, you can have a back bend here if it feels good. So inhaling and lifting through the bottom of the back, try not to dump into your lower back. So lift, inhale and exhale, maybe leaning back. Exhale, hands come down. Bringing the right foot to the outside of the right hand for lizard. So getting a bit more of a stretch through the heels. Just literally moving the foot to the outside of the hand. Keep squeezing your shoulder. Your knee into your shoulder, sorry. If you want a bit more, you can lower onto your forearms. And if you want a bit more again, you can add a twist and a quad stretch. So reaching with the right hand with the left foot and just bringing that foot in towards your butt. It's quite an intense stretch, so if it doesn't feel good, then don't do it. Trying to sink your hips down Nice twist. Keep breathing. Releasing your hands down. So tuck the left toe. We're going to come into a supported side plank. So step in the right foot in front of the hip. Inhale, reaching the hand up. So really pushing those hips up, feeling a nice stretch in the outside of the hip. Exhale, dip the hips down. Inhale, reach everything up. 2 more times, dip. Inhale up, nice long inhales and exhales. 1 more time, down. Inhale up. So we're going to swivel all the way around. So coming onto the right heel, turning and coming into our side lunge. It's a nice stretch for the inner thigh. Just finding your side lunge. Good stuff. So let's transition side lunge at the back. Hands to the ground if you need to, so to support your body. You might be on your tiptoe, you might have your heel down, so it depends on where you are in your body. Keep breathing. So let's go low lunge at the front of the mat. So hands down, or you can maybe try the challenge with your hands at your heart center. So just low lunge at the front of the mat. So plant the left hand, inhale, let's twist towards the knee. Exhale, both hands come down, lifting up into present lunge. So again, just checking in with your hips, make sure both hips are facing the front of the mat. Wider with the legs, more challenging, narrower is a little bit less of a challenge. Try and keep your shoulders back and down. Inhale, reaching the hands up. So you can either just hold here, or we can take some knee taps and chest expansion. So exhale, bend the knee, open the chest. Inhale up. 2 more, exhale. Inhale up. 1 more, exhale down. Inhale up, and hands down to the floor. Vinyasa. Whichever option suits you, or meet in downward facing dog. Lifting that right leg up straight away. So down dog splits on the inhale. Bring the right heel towards your butt. So from here, we're just going to turn so that the knee comes up and the foot comes down. Try and keep both your shoulders in alignment, so that right shoulder is going to want to lift, so press it down. You can either hold this stretch, if you would like to transition into wild thing, and you can start to lift the left heel and rotate around and just place that foot just behind your hips and lift up. Lovely old wild thing. So bend, coming back down, bend the leg and pop back up a bit. Graceful, elegant and graced. Come on. Let's just do the other side. Oh no, actually, let's take a vinyasa. Let's come into plank. Hold your plank. And let's all come all the way down. We're just going to stay there. Okay. So floor bow. We're going to do this way around, and then we're going to flip it and do it the other way around. So this is part of our bow sequence. So bringing your knees together and bring your heels towards your butt. From here, if you've just had your dinner, this probably isn't going to feel very nice. So if you don't want to do it, if you just eat the tea, then don't do it. We're going to reach behind so you can grab hold of your feet on your ankles. Bring the forehead down. Roll the shoulders back. So we're going to use our breath on the inhale. Push the feet into the hand like we did in tiger, and lift. Use your breath. And exhale, come back. So let's just do another 4 of these. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good stuff. So if you can like flex your feet, so when you push up, you get a bit more of a grip on the ankle. Yes. And down. Another 2. This last one, option to hold. So let's inhale, come up and hold it there. So try to keep your shoulders away from the ears. Try not to hunch through the top of the body. Keep breathing. Notice as you inhale, you'll lift, and as you exhale, you sink. So use your breath. Let's release anyway, wherever you are, just releasing your hands and your feet alongside your body. Just bring your ear to the mat. Listen to your heartbeat. Feel your breath. Your hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck your toes, push the plank or to your knees, or however you would like to make your way to downward facing dog. And we will all meet in downward dog. So just have a few breaths there, recenter, refocus. Have a sip of water, take off the layer if you're feeling really hot. So we're just doing that flow on the other side, and then we'll finish with that facing bow. So recenter, refocus. Moving on to the left side. So let's inhale the left leg high. Exhale the right heel down. So inhale, left leg comes higher. Exhale, bring the left knee into the chest. Stay in a down dog. So feel your tummy muscles start to engage here. Take a breath in. Exhale, roll forwards into plank and hold it there. So really, really using your core. Keep breathing. So we can inhale, exhale, lift a bit more, and step off the back knee down. Coming into crescent lunge. So squeezing the thighs, as though they're going to touch nice and engaged. Inhaling, reaching the hands up. Try to keep your shoulders away from your ears. Keep dipping the hips down. As you reach up, feel the breath in your spine. So keep lifting. Try not to dump into your low back here. Stay nice and lifted. If you want to take a back bend, inhale, exhale, maybe sink back if it feels good. Otherwise, don't do it. Keep squeezing the muscles in your butt. And exhale, let's come round and forward. Hands to the ground. Scoot that left foot to the outside of the left hand. And sink the hips down. Lizard, dragon, whatever you'd like to call it. Stay nice and engaged here. So we don't want to just be hanging out of the hip joint. You want to be nice and engaged, stretching and strengthening. You can come down onto your forearms if that feels cool. Otherwise, stay up. As long as you're feeling comfortable, if you would like to take the twist, you can reach around with the left hand and grab from the inside. But don't feel obliged. This can feel a bit tricky sometimes, so if it doesn't feel nice, don't do it. Breathe into the stretch. There's a lot going on here. So releasing the foot down to the floor, come up onto both hands, tuck the right toe, and we're going to rotate around the left foot in front of the hips and lift into the supported side plank. Big inhale, exhale, dip the hips down, and reach for your feet. Inhale, lift. 2 more times, exhale down. Inhale up, good. 1 more, exhale down. Inhale up. And let's go, 1 more, exhale down, all the way up, swiveling yourself around. Come into Skandasana. So we're in a side lunge. So you got it, you got it. You might be on your tiptoe. If you're on your tiptoe, it's a lot harder to balance. So we're going to side lunge to the back. Feeling that nice stretch. Good stuff. Toe can be up or down. And then you can point your toe here on the serial flexor. I do like to flex. So hands to the ground, or you can keep them at your heart for challenge. Move forwards into lunge. So right hand stays down. Inhale, twist with the left. Nice and strong through the legs. As you breathe out, circle the hand round and pick up the right hand coming into your standing lunge. So making sure that the hips are in alignment here. Again, if you want to make it more challenging, you can come deeper into the front leg, scoot the back leg back. Really feeling this stretch in the hips. Inhale, reaching the hands up. So either holding here or exhale, tap the knee down towards the ground and open the chest. Inhale up. 2 more times, exhale down. And inhale up. 1 more, exhale down. Inhale up. Hands down to the ground. Step back for plank. And taking a vinyasa. Or meet in downward dog if you want to skip your vinyasas. It's up to you. So left foot comes straight up in the air. Bring the left heel to the butt. So from here, we're coming into a hip opener. So start to rotate your knee up as your foot comes down. Keep pressing that left shoulder down. It's going to want to twist open. You want to keep the shoulders square if we can. So either holding this stretch and just enjoying this hip stretch, or you can transition into wild things. So coming to the outside edge of the right foot as the left toe comes down, and then lifting the hips up. Good stuff. Keep breathing. Lovely. So when you want to come out, kind of bring your hips down to the ground like we did in the side plank variation, and then lift all the way up and come round. Just that little bit of momentum. Good stuff. Okay, let's have another vinyasa. So let's roll forwards into plank. Take a vinyasa. Come back downward facing dog. Let's do one more. This is going to be the last one of the class. So nice and slowly. Inhale, exhale, roll forwards. Inhale in plank. Exhale, slow as you can. Lower down. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, nice, open cobra. Really using your breath. And exhale, let's come back to child's pose. Cool. So just resting, breathing, so drink some water. You can either rest in child's pose, or we can just take a camel quickly, and then we'll take our pièce de résistance. So if you would like to take a camel, obviously you can rest in child's pose. So that's a little bit more of you. This is going to be 2 back bends to finish, so you can skip one if you want to. So coming up onto your knees. Imagine you have back pockets. You're just sliding your hands on into your back pockets. Squeeze your elbows in. So really engage the muscles in your butt. Start to tip your hips forward. So as you push your hips forward, you're going to start to get that bend. So let's take a nice big inhale here. Exhale. Lean back a little bit more. Maybe reach down for one ankle. See how that feels. You can just stay with one, or you can reach for both. See how it feels. Obviously, stay nice and lifted through your back. Try not to just kind of lean back on yourself. Try and use the muscles in your spine to keep lifting yourself up. When you're ready to come out, nice and slowly bring one arm out. And then the other. Sit back into your heels. Just take a little moment there. Let's take rabbit, which is the counter stretch. Usually either a camel or a rabbit person. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle at the moment. Getting into camel pose a little bit more. So bring your feet so they're like parallel. With your hands, grab hold of your heels. So we're going to roll through the spine. So chin to chest, rolling down, bring the top of your head in front of your knees. Keep holding onto your heels. And on an inhale, just lifting your hips up towards the ceiling and feeling that stretch down the back of the body. Keep breathing. So gripping onto the heels is where the stretch is at. If you're not feeling it, maybe try holding on a little bit tighter. Maybe a little bit further back. Let's come all the way down. Just rest the hands alongside the body. Just let your shoulders fall forwards. Swiveling the legs round whenever you're ready. Just taking it to a forward fold. So if you would like to stay in child's pose a little bit longer, then stay where you are. Otherwise, forward fold. So stretch for the whole back of the body. So sitting up nice and tall, hands to your hip bones. So think of folding from here rather than from your upper back. Keep your back as straight as you can, as long as you can. Once you've got that maximum stretch, then just releasing your hands inside your body. You can reach your feet, happy days. If reaching your feet means that you've kind of lost your ears and your shoulders somewhere, then just relax your hands on them. Just have a nice stretch here. Transitioning onto our backs in a few moments. So if there's any other stretches that you would like to do seated, now is your time because we'll be on our backs afterwards. Okay, so let's inhale, reach the hands nice and tall, big stretch up. Exhale, belly button to your spine and start nice and slowly. Roll down as slow as you can. Belly button fold into your spine. Slowly, slowly, all the way down. Once you get there, just bring in your feet nice and close to your butt. So back to the bridges that we did at the beginning of class. So hands alongside the body. Let's inhale, push the low back into the ground, go the tailbone up. come into shoulder bridge. So we're just going to hold here. So this is obviously a back bend. This is the build-up pose for wheels. So this is still a back bend. You're still getting a bend in your spine. You're still getting all the benefits if you just want to stay here. So try and keep your pelvic floor engaged. Engage the muscles in your butt. Keep pushing through your hamstrings. If you want a bit more, you can lift your toes up and just push through your heels. So this is an option for you to stay here. If you would like to take wheel, you're going to come down first. I quite like to come into it fresh, but I like to come into wheel through bridge. I find it easiest. So come up into your bridge pose. First things first is bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. You want to kind of post your fingers just under your shoulders and squeeze your elbows in, the same as we did with camel. So the first action, we're going to push into the hands and just bring the top of the head down onto the mat. So keeping the weight through the hands. Keep squeezing through your glutes and squeezing through your hamstrings, and imagine squeezing your thighs towards one another. If you want a bit more and it feels like it's going to be comfortable, you can push into the hands and lift up into full wheel. Another option is to come up onto your tiptoes, so maybe that feels really good. Once you're up, try and take a few breaths. If it feels comfortable, if it feels too tight, lower yourself back down into bridge. Keep squeezing the glutes, keep squeezing the hamstrings. Keep breathing. So as we hold a stretch, sometimes our bodies give us a little bit more space. So keep breathing, finding space and taking it. When you're ready to come down, lower your back down first. And before you bring your knees into your chest, just roll your knees towards one another with your feet wide. Just release your back first, bring your arms nice and wide on the floor. You just feel that energy flowing through your body from these back bends. Your eyes closed. And then bringing these into your chest when you're ready. Inside to side here. So maybe you want to lift your head and shoulders up just to take the complete opposite stretch to where we just were. Lovely facing bow. Maybe rocking side to side. Maybe you just want to rotate, not draw circles with your knees and keep your head and shoulders down. See what feels best for you. So keep hold of the left knee. We're going to take deer. It's really one of my favorite stretches at the moment. So bringing your right leg as though you wanted to cross it. Grab hold of your foot with the left hand if that's accessible for you. And just bringing that the right hand onto the left knee. So kind of look a little bit like a hieroglyphic at the moment, but it's a really great stretch. So from here, if you want to transition into a twist, we're just going to, so keep holding onto the foot if you can. We're going to take that left knee, just roll it across the body. So this one is kind of more a cat pulling its tail. So literally the knee that's here, we're just rolling it across the body. So it's like a twist, just with that extra quad stretch. Try and keep both your shoulders down. Obviously, if this doesn't feel comfortable, then just release the grip on that right foot and into an ordinary twist. Or anything else that you would prefer. It's really, really right in the quad and hip stretch here. And that lower back. Ooh, feels great. So let's come back to center, swap the legs. So keep hold of the right knee, bring the left foot as though you wanted to cross the leg. Maybe the right hand can grab the left foot and just feeling that stretch. So pressing that left knee down, feeling that stretch through front of thigh, maybe in the hip. Closing your eyes and just focusing in again on the stretch. 6-second inhale, 6-second exhale. Like to take that twist, bringing the left hand to the right knee, just rolling that right knee across your body into a little twist, the cat pulling its tail, keeping hold of the underneath leg. If that doesn't feel good, you can just let go of that into normal twist, both shoulders down, whatever your body needs. back into center. So I did forget, actually, I did say we would do headstand. So if you're not feeling headstand, then just stay laying on your back, get ready for Shavasana. Otherwise, if headstand is something that you wanted to do, we're going to do a supported headstand. So interlacing your fingers like we do in a chest expansion and just tucking the pinky finger underneath. I'll show you here. So like this, just with the pinky finger like tucked in, like so. So this is like our little cup for our head. Try and keep your elbows nice and narrow. So this is like our foundation. So if we're here, this is a good foundation. If we're here, this is not so good. We're more likely to fall forwards or backwards and hurt our shoulders. So staying nice and cupping the back of the head and rolling ourselves forward like we did in rabbit. So coming all the way forwards and bringing your forehead, the crown of your head down. So from here, just lifting your knees up. You want to try and walk your feet in so that your butt is over your head. And then from here, just practice just lifting one foot and then the other. Maybe you can swap and get hang time. But your first instant, you want to get to this little ball shape. Try not to kick your legs out. And try to, nice and controlled, bringing them up. You can use a wall. You have a wall. Using a bed is a nice option actually, or a sofa, because you can, obviously you can have a good crash land and you're not going to hurt yourself, there's no fear. So when you're ready to come down from here, obviously make some nice shapes, or whatever you'd like to do. You want to come down nice and controlled. You're just resting your hips down and just rest your head down just to release your neck and child's pose. Take a few breaths. That's one of my favorites. So once you've had enough of that, then we'll come down into our Shavasana stuff. So after all those back bends, you might find that straight leg Shavasana, if you're very comfortable, you might find it actually really great after you've done all the back bends. If your back is uncomfortable, bring your feet to mat distance, bend the knees and roll your knees in together just to release your back. Let's all together take a nice big inhale into the belly, up into the chest. Hold the breath at the top. Sip a little bit more air inside. And exhale. In the mouth. Just releasing your breath control now. Just taking a scan through your body. So starting with the muscles in the face, the forehead, the eyebrows, the sides of the eyes, the jaw. Just take some time relaxing here, letting your head feel really heavy on the ground. And seeing how relaxed your thoughts are. Bring your awareness to your neck. Maybe you can make your neck a bit longer. Maybe you can lift your head up. Just extend the neck a bit more. Just allowing the shoulders to just fall open. Bringing your awareness down your torso, along your spine, into the hips. Just noticing where it's tight. Noticing where there is tension. So we spend our yoga class switching our muscles on, and then our Shavasana is our opportunity to teach our bodies to switch our muscles off. So it's just as important. It's a really great time to get some focus. So just observing yourself, observing your thoughts, observing your breath, observing your body. When your mind wanders, acknowledge that your mind has wandered. Acknowledge what your mind has wandered to, and bring your awareness back into a body scan, back to your breath. If your mind is like a beehive, maybe you would like to list some things in your mind that you have, some goals you'd like to achieve, or maybe some things you're really grateful for. Maybe imagine yourself collecting a big award, or looking at your bank and seeing there's like £1 million in there. Whatever you need. You're going to be quiet now. So if your mind has wandered, acknowledge that your mind has wandered. Acknowledge what your mind has wandered to. Come back to your breath. So just watching your breath in and out of your body. And just starting to bring some movement back. So maybe wiggling your fingers and your toes. Maybe rocking your head from side to side. Maybe taking a full body stretch feels really good. So whatever feels good. And whenever you're ready, go on a big stretch. Maybe bringing your knees into your chest. Just take a moment there just to acknowledge your yoga practice, just to acknowledge your breath, your body. Just give yourself thanks for taking this time to center yourself and refocus and have a really great stretch. And whenever we're ready, let's come over onto the left side. So just curled up in a little ball. And making your way to a seat just whenever you're ready. So nice and slowly, really coming out of Shavasana as slow as you can. Maybe bring your feet into your legs into a diamond shape. About a foot away from your body. Let's just take another forward fold for our backs. Just nice and slowly folding forward, chin to chest. Just feel that stretch along the whole back of your body. And whilst we're here, let's think of a couple of things that we have to be grateful for. So sometimes this can be a bit of a tough game to play, the I'm grateful for challenge. It can be really simple. We've got feet, we've got eyes, we've got bodies that work. I mean, there's three beautiful things to be grateful for, right? It's always good to finish in a place of gratitude. So just come up to a seat. Bring your hands to your heart center and just hold things, the little grateful gratitude list in your hands, just close to your heart. Really think about them. So let's inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, make a big circle, come back to center. 2 more times, inhale, reach up. Exhale. And 1 more time, inhale, reach up. Exhale all the way around. And thanks ever so much. I'm really grateful to you guys. So thank you so much for coming. Big love. Lots of applause. So thanks ever so much for the people on the recording. Thank you guys too. And yes, I'll see you soon. Big love.